This is your boy Shafferspeeks. Let's get right into it. The Flash season 6, episode 8, The Last Temptation of Barry Allen, part 2. And in this episode, there was a lot that was going on, man. And I loved how they did this, man. How they capped off the Bloodwork arc. So beautiful. Now, first and foremost, the team was recovering from their injuries from last week's episode when the Dark Flash, finally came to light. I'll touch on that in a little bit. And so Cisco activates the Babel protocol, so that way the Flash, okay, the Bloodwork Flash, can get into Star Labs. And then the team starts to scramble and figure out, okay, what can they do to save Barry now? Iris gets a message from Barry Bloodwork, that's what I'm gonna call him now, Barry Bloodwork, and she comes to their apartment against Cisco's judgment, of course, and Bloodwork tells her, look, join forces with me. You know, you don't have to go through any of this. Obviously, Iris refuses, and so Bloodwork begins to then wreak havoc on Central City, unleashing his Bloodwork zombies on the citizens of Central City. Now, obviously, Iris she teleports back to Star Labs, tells the team about it. Now, then that's when Cisco realizes this is the very thing that Barry was trying to prepare them for post-crisis: how to work as a team, as a unit to defeat villains in Central City without the Flash. And so each character goes through their own little spiel. You know, Iris, she's still haunted by the fact that her husband is under Bloodwork's control. Cisco dealing with the fact that his best friend is, under complete control of a monster. No way to save him. Frost is completely terrified and panicked under situations like this. Well, she later gets over by the help of Caitlin, after Joe gets bitten by one of the zombies. Because, as you may know, as you saw, Joe and Killer Frost, they try to take on the Bloodwork zombies in Central City. Joe ultimately gets bitten and he's fighting for his life. They ended up saving him, of course, but that doesn't mean that, the trauma's over. Cecile and Camila are stuck in a very place, and Cecile being an telepathic empath and things of that nature, she can sense the fear of all the citizens of Central City, and thus that puts her in a panic. Camila reassures her and lets her know, like, hey, that's actually a good thing. That means the Bloodwork zombies are actually afraid. Which means they're not complete or utter zombies. They're just under might as well say like a veil of false sense of superiority. You know what I mean? They're zombies. They don't have that cognitive functioning. You know what I'm saying? At least temporarily. And so that's how the team Flash figures out, oh shit, this is how we can defeat them. So Allegra comes through to help Joe get him back in order. But they also use Allegra's UV light powers to actually stop Ramsey by actually blasting him with radiation. That's the plan that Cisco came up with. Because ultimately, Ramsey's whole idea was, I'm going to restart the particle accelerator and admit the Bloodwork virus to all the citizens of Central City, even the damn world. And so Barry was actually helping his team under Bloodwork's guise. Let the light in. Because that's literally what Bloodwork said. Let the light in. And that was Barry's cue to his team to say, hey, let me in so that way we can trap this guy. And it works just like a charm. They trap Bloodwork. They get into an MAC unit. And again, like I said, Allegra hits him with that UV power while they're in the particle accelerator, and they're able to actually stop him. But then also, after that, Bloodwork, Ramsey transforms into like a Bloodwork monster, and him and the Flash duke it out. And a projection of Bloodwork's mother, Ramsey's mother, is what distracts him long enough for the Flash to get the KO win. And that's how they're able to get him into Argus custody and ship him off forever. Now, I'm hoping maybe that contains him, but I don't know, man. This is Bloodwork. You can get under your damn skin, literally. So, then also with Caitlin helping Frost get over her panic-stricken anxiety during situations like this, trying to save Joe, for example, that's when Frost realizes that Caitlin needs to take the helm during the crisis. And then obviously, Team Flash, they speak their sentiments, towards Barry. This is the last time they're going to see him, supposedly, and they all tell him how much they love him and care about him. Barry tries to give Joe his watch, and Joe says, "Look, I'll be right here. I'm never going to leave." And not to mention, Nash, he encounters the Monitor for the first time. He actually talks to the disembodied voice of the Monitor. And he said, and the Monitor tells Nash, look, if you come to my side, I'll give you all the knowledge you desire. Nash says, man, hell no. But he changes his mind swiftly after being attacked by some Bloodwork zombies. He then changes into Pariah. And that also gives me an idea as to why Jefferson Pierce, has some, some tension against Pariah, because if it wasn't for Pariah, Jefferson's family wouldn't have temporarily disappeared during the crisis. And I cannot wait for next week, man. When this finally starts this Sunday, it's gonna be on and popping, y'all. Y'all will be seeing your boy jump out his damn seat, hitting backflips. This has been your boy Shafferspeeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode. What are your theories for the rest of season 6 of The Flash? And also, Crisis on Infinite Earths, how do you guys think it's gonna end? Who do you think is gonna bite the dust? Let me know in the comments below, man. This has been your boy Shafferspeeks. I love you guys. Peace and love.